Welcome to Out of the Discourse Maze, Practical Uses of the HDNT and the LDGNT for Bible Study and Sermon Preparation, Part 2. And I'm very excited to cover tonight's topics. We're going to talk again, what is the HDNT and LDGNT, do a brief review. We'll talk about some related resources, and then the bulk of our time is going to be understanding searching, sentence structure, and then reading and searching the Lexham Discourse Greek New Testament markers. Very important. And this is our fourth Monday of the month webinar series. That puts us there. Very excited. We're already halfway through the year. Can you believe it? And we have free live training 3 times a month. Now, starting in June, that's a week from tonight, we'll be continuing in our Studying Important Doctrine series with Logos 4, Part 7, Studying the One Another's. Then on June 18th, we're going to get into some Greek word study, the verbs and morphology. What is it? How do we use it? All that good stuff. And then the last Monday of the month, Mastering Your Library. What are the best commentaries to get, how to use them, search them, and effectively organize them. So we're going to have a lot of fun there. Sign up at LearnLogos.com/webinar for each of these sessions. Just a quick reminder, tonight's webinar will be available for download within 24 to 48 hours. We give you a 50% discount of $4.99 for basically 1 to 2 hours of training. You'll receive an email link just by attending tonight. And then also, don't forget that there's the training DVDs, and we offer a 50% off special, which is a phenomenal deal. This is over 17 hours of training, 305 plus videos. It is definitively the most comprehensive and affordable training for Logos 4 on the internet. It includes interactive and non-interactive trainings. Now, one thing that sets apart the training CDs from the webinars is the webinars are very free-flowing. We have a very relaxed atmosphere, and we're going to show you things, but we're not going to stop along the way and show you how to do everything very specifically, though you will see me do that. The training CDs, on the other hand, really lay the foundation. We take you through carefully, patiently. Really, it's at your own pace. And the orange CD covers all the features of Logos 4. The green CD is the updates, takes you all the way through 4.5. The blue CDs are 2 discs. The first one gives you over 11 lectures on Bible study and sermon preparation, 130 plus overviews of books in your library and recommended books to get. And then the second blue CD literally takes you through the process of how to study the Bible with Logos 4. We're going to use the Matthew 28 passage, Great Commission, 16 through 20. And so if you ever wanted to learn the features of Logos, learn how to use them to complete tasks in Bible study, connect that to a methodology, and learn about resources, this 4-fold training will do that for you. So take advantage of that, and you can get that tonight, download it, etc. All right. So let's remember that we've already done one webinar on the HDNT, and you can see that there in the bottom right-hand corner, Out of the Discourse Maze, Part 1. And we covered all the tags and features of the high-definition New Testament. And that series you can get as a 3-volume series. It gives you the HDNT, it gives you a glossary, and gives you an introduction. So really 3 books, but only one, the marked up ESV, gives you all these special tags. And you can get that webinar for $4.99. Tonight, we're going to focus on the LDGNT. That's the Lexham Discourse GNT. Now, if you're wondering, well, first let me back up. Logos says there's 41 tags that are inside this marked up Greek New Testament Lexham Discourse book. And if you buy this, you have to buy this in a 6-volume set. In other words, you can order the 3-volume set, the ESV and the 2 glossary and introduction. But you cannot order the Lexham separately, the Greek New Testament. So if you want to get the Lexham Discourse Greek New Testament, you have to buy 6 volumes, and that's going to include the previous 3 volumes I just mentioned, the HDNT. So it's sold that way. Now, the LDGNT, and that's going to be a hard to say this acronym all night, but it really comes with these 41 tags. Now, to help you understand these tags, I've color-coded them a little bit. The ones in red really represent the same tags that you're going to find in the HDNT. So you're not really getting 41 new tags. They're just the same tags carrying over into the Greek New Testament. The blue ones do represent new tags. Now, they're new in a couple ways. They're new in the sense that it is additional information that Logos Steve Runge, scholar and resident, had tagged in the Greek New Testament. But also, sometimes they take tags from the HDNT, like the emphasis tag, and now they have further defined it and creating several types of emphasis tags. So sometimes there's more specificity with the LDGNT. So I wanted to let you see that, because what we're going to focus on are all the blue tags. All the red tags were covered in the previous webinar. So with both webinars together, you get the complete comprehensive training of the LDGNT. Now, what is the LDGNT? Let's just take a quick look at that. All right, now I have here in my workspace the 6 volumes. On the top, in fact, let me go ahead and turn on my little marker pen. The top resource, let me just put a little line there. This represents the HDNT. As I said before, you get the ESV translation with their tags. Okay? Then you also get an introduction and you get a glossary. Okay? The glossary is the basic definitions about each of the tags, and then the introduction goes a little bit further in the information. Now, the LD represents the Lexham Discourse, and then GNT, Greek New Testament. And again, that is a Greek Bible, but it is an interlinear Bible, very important, and we'll show you that in a little bit. And it too comes with its own glossary and its own introduction. Now, I will admit that the glossaries are very similar to one another, as are the introductions. But the introductions do add additional information at places in the book. So, very helpful resources. Now, the Lexham Discourse Greek New Testament, as I said, is an interlinear. You will notice that the HDNT is not. There's no display box there. Now, why is it handy that the Lexham Discourse Greek New Testament is interlinear? Is because you can turn on all this additional information that you're used to. So you can see the English, you can see the Louw-Nida lexicon number, you can see the morphology, you can see the lemma, and you can see the manuscript. So you're getting 5 rows of information. Now, the one thing that I like doing is clicking on display, and I like having the English and the manuscript together. This way I can use the LDGNT together with the HDNT. And the way you can do that is by clicking on the resource panel, that's right here, and by clicking on the resource panel, choose link set A for both books. I'm going to do that. Click the resource panel and choose link set A. And now both books are linked, and because I've got the English, even if you can't read the Greek, you can clearly see the information, which is really helpful. Also, I'm going to click the little 3 colored circles here. And when you click those, you'll get access to a feature called sympathetic highlighting. So go ahead and check that box as well. We'll do it for both. And now the way this works, unfortunately it won't work with the English. Okay? But if you had another translation open like the real ESV, I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'm going to click on its sympathetic highlighting. You could highlight Jude, a servant of Jesus Christ, and notice down here it got highlighted automatically for you. So in a lot of ways it's linked, or what this feature does is links up the English Bible to the Greek Bible. So if you didn't have the interlinear English turned on, and you're wondering, okay, where is Christ here, and you don't know Greek, highlight the English, and then the Greek is automatically highlighted too. Okay, I got a question here. Is this all in Logos? Susan's asking. The HDNT and the Lexham Discourse Greek New Testament are add-on books. In fact, let's go ahead and we'll just jump right over to, let's see, the Logos website. And we'll go ahead and pull up Runge Discourse. Actually, we'll just put in HDNT. And you'll see that we get the store back. And so you can purchase these. Now, here's the 3-volume set for $79.95. And then the 6th volume, which does include the 3 volumes, $149.95. So if you're starting out and you really want to get into this, the best value is to just jump right in with the 6 volumes. So these, Susan, great question, are not books that come with Logos, but are add-ons. Okay, now the question is, Fallahee is asking, do you know which Greek New Testament Runge uses? Is it the NA27 or, in the case, the other possibility is the UBS? I believe they use the NA27. But let's see here. Sometimes the information window tells us, and let's see here. Sometimes they tell you, and sometimes they don't. I don't see it here. And let me check the morphology and see if they're going to give us any help. You know, it doesn't say, but I'm presuming it is the NA27. And one way to do that is just to look at the text and compare it. So great question. And okay, now so this is the 6 volumes, and we're going to have let's close down now the ESV and the introduction and the glossary. The glossary, again, just basically is giving you definitions. Here's what a counterpoint is, and then it's going to explain what it is, and then there'll be the introduction will give you further discussion. So you have to link kind of to that, and you can see the additional information. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and close these resources down so that we can have more space to view our HDNT and LDGNT. Now let's go back to the PowerPoint. And let's take a look here. Just one of the second points is related resources. And these are all the different books and resources you can get that will help you understand Discourse even further. Now, we talked about quite a few of these the last webinar, so I won't spend much time. But just a quick reminder, there is a 6-hour video lecture. That's $50. You can get the huge set of $199. Now, it's $50 more. That gives you all 6 volumes, plus it gives you the training, and it gives you the Discourse lectures. So it's this one, okay, which is kind of a Festschrift, kind of a 2-volume set, and it also gives you the HDNT commentary Philippians. So by ordering all of those together, you're going to save yourself, you know, quite a bit of money, because it was $150 just for these 6, and for these 3 extra resources, that's $50, you know, $25, $75, you know, almost $120 more, but you're only paying $50 more. So you're saving yourself about $70 by buying the full collection up front. So keep that in mind. Now, also, to make you aware, on pre-publication is the Old Testament, high definition Old Testament. This will be a significant resource to have. I highly recommend pre-pubbing this if you're already using the New Testament resources. And then also, the second commentary is coming out on the book of Romans, which should be a phenomenal resource, not only because Romans is a significant book of New Testament, but there really is a lot of important information in there. And so having this resource will really come in handy. And then something I didn't get to mention last time is there is this resource now, the Introducing New Testament Discourse Grammar video series. Now this is 10 hours of lectures at $130, a little bit different than the Discourse Grammar of the Greek New Testament. The 6 hours one is kind of an introduction to different topics with the HDNT and the LDGNT. And really some of those lectures were coming from here, I believe. I'm not for certain. But this Introducing the New Testament is the full comprehensive training that Steve Runge offers. And so if you really want to go over the top and get all the video training possible, then this is another resource you do want to have. Okay, and again, they tend to be scholarly and academic in their approach. Steve will drop Greek morphological and technical terms, and so if you're not comfortable in that arena, then I do not recommend these. But if you're willing to be stretched a little bit, he's got some great examples, some great training, and it'll be a nice complement to these resources. All right.